Have you ever wanted to deny that pesky little 6 damage heal? Do you wish to burn so much counterblast a turn that even Nirvana players would shake in fear? Do you want to restand while burning most of your hand for a nearly unguardable Vanguard? But for Restrict, do you want to play Overlord? But,
No matter what.
fear not, because today we'll teach you how to greed with Greedon. Not Greedon Masques, unfortunately, because why would we be talking about actual decent deck? To start, your deck is composed of 4 different types of cards. Your Red Light on Greedon, and Personified to make sure you don't die on 6, but the worst card in your deck, and triggers, which in the worst case scenarios become... Your general game plan is easily summarized as 1. Ride up with taking every swing and getting to 4 as soon as possible, so you can double Shokus in your soul. 2. Finding your Persona copies of Greedon to either ditch and shove into soul with Pseudo, coming from hand as restand fodder, Persona riding to get into soul, either of which they will activate Greedon's con to not die in 6. 3rd, we got 23 to your Vanguard.
I will perfect guard this, dropping Spiral Speed.
Sure, first check. Off XVG. Second check. Sure, off XVG.
Those are some nice crits, bro.
Restand, skill of Goman. SCB1. Plus 15 from Greedon, this will be 73 to your Vanguard.
Alright, I will perfect guard, dropping Youth Brick, and I will call Sequana.
Sure, first check. Off X to Dolphund. Oh.
What the fuck?
In terms of the Desire Devil archetype, you have quite a few options for if you're not playing Masques, since, well, a majority of the archetype is name locked.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
Mushoku is a must-have for of. The card is searchable off your ride line, and is your main method of pumping numbers into Greedon, outside of triggers. Reminder that he requires you to be on 4 damage in order to proc his power gain, so don't be afraid of getting to high damage early. Fujo and Golman are your guard restricts that ask for 2 or more to be called to the Guardian Circle, 1 requiring Bind and 1 requiring CB. Both have their distinct upsides, with Fujo letting you pop 1 when sold in, while Golman having turn-wide guard restrict. Kinnan is there to help you build board without needing to commit more from hand. Kuviskri is countercharge, Zito fixes your soul, and generally is the best way to get Greedon into your soul outside of hand commit or Persona Ride. Inkane is counterblast 2, power, and triple drive. Soul 2, I guess. Dolphund is soul charge in the case that you break soul. It's also able to swing for a critical as another means of board pressure. Muka drags out your ride line Goalman, or any soul fodder out. Bubetsu lets you call from hand for additional swings, a draw if you hit 10 soul, or a really funny 3rd or more restand I'll cover in a few. Hiko really depends on the build, and is generally a high roll card, but is one of the main enablers for the 3rd or more restand. Mushin, the most recent support coming from set 13, is an extra swing, but not a 3rd or more restand enabler sadly. And finally, Kodoku, a big beat stick, but also your anti-deck out, which becomes extremely important, since you will cycle through the deck fast. The rest of the support, or what's under the Desire Devil archetype, is... yeah, don't bother. For other non-Desire Devil cards that can be possibly teched, Expeller helps with general soul charge and early power if you're not in 4, Brick Gardna, as the amount of counterblast you use makes even Bastion Record look cheap. Time Jarret as a way to cycle your hand out of unwanted, or simply Greedon himself. Quigera can also work as a one-of tech to toolbox your soul. In playing this deck, a restanding near unguardable Vanguard with sack potential is more than enough, but there are a few nuances to how you can play Greedon if you choose to be spicy. One of which is a 3rd or more restand Fubetsu. Greedon's restand isn't once per turn. Where if you hit the high roll and have enough in hand, you can call with Fubetsu, swing again with Greedon, and 13 from Greedon.
Alright, so we'll go for no pass here.
First check. Off X. Calling Muka off Bubetsu can combo off assuming you have enough counterblast and soul to spare. Either calling Golman if you're insanely greedy of counterblast, or general fodder for the next restand. Hiko can also help in achieving this. Despite being more high roll, it binds copies of itself rather than using CB, meaning that it requires 4 in the build to make it work. But, well, if we're already high rolling, why not make it work? Another one is the Denal Griffin build, using the Blitz Order Shining Selfishness and Merciless Count Bodis. Since Selfishness Soul Blast 4, it can actually trigger Bodus during your opponent's turn, where when you attack you just say, no. However, once they actually catch on to how this attack works, or if they're playing blow up my board decks, you'll just be crying with at best 20 to 30k shield in hand and potential soul problems. To guide you further into the realm where only burnt dishes go, here are a few lists open to adjustment. 1. The generic build, the most flexible out of the ones we're showcasing.
Is that a challenge?
Yeah.
Alrighty. First check, heal trigger. I will go all of it under. I will heal 1. Second check, critical trigger.
2. 97.8% of gamblers quit before they hit big build. Requires you to see as many Hikos, Bubetsus, and Mukas as possible. However, if you do have both enough open CB and enough combo pieces to restand, you should be able to go past the third restand.
I will attack the Vanguard with Greedon for 23k.
PG this.
Alright, first check, Bushiroad. Second check, draw trigger. Power, draw. And 4 to restand. And I will swing the Vanguard. So I will activate this and call this out.
Sure, PG.
Alrighty, we'll go first check, critical trigger, all effects Greedon. Second check, critical trigger, all effects Greedon. I will activate Greedon's skill, since it is not once per turn.
No guard?
First check, critical trigger, all effects Greedon. Second check, critical trigger, all effects Greedon. I will activate skill of Greedon.
Number 3, Denel Griffin. Even more cope than Nidolas in the current meta, but can catch your opponent off guard if they're unaware of the interaction.
Bushoku, and I will call Botus.
Wait, what's this?
Oh, it's whenever I Soul Blast 2 or more, I can get 5k. Whenever I Soul Blast 3 or more, I can retire one of your units.
Yeah, but don't you only Soul Blast 2 a turn?
Yeah.
Okay. Right. 48 to Vanguard.
48. I will perfect guard this. So PG dropping Dofun.
Sure, for check. Crit. Power here, crit.
Sure.
Check.
Damn.
Alright. Draw 1.
Oh.
I'll give the effective RPD to my left. First swing.
Alright, so I will activate Blitz Order. So when I Soul Blast 4.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25. 25k shield, what's that gonna do?
Where it's a start. So I will activate Bodus' skill. So when I Soul Blast 3 or more at the same time, I will Counter Blast 1. I will put a grade 3 into my soul. And I will retire a card with the same grade. So I will retire your attacking RPD.
Thanks for watching. If you liked the video, please do leave a like, and if you haven't already, please do subscribe to our channel. Again, thanks for watching, and we hope to see you next time.